So let me share with you what the interim campus configuration for your child is during the course of our construction project. As you walk up the hill, the pedestrianised street, then you'll see on the right-hand side our brand new building, which was opened in 2021, our new secondary school building. Next door to that, you'll see the elementary and early childhood building with the blue court in front of it, and tucked behind it is the Orwell building, which was previously used as an office building. And way back in the day, when the school first moved to this campus, was used for classrooms. On the other side of the street, on the other side of this pedestrianised area, there is the area of the construction project where the building will be and where the play area will be. And then behind that is an area which has a sports court, which has always been our sports court to use, and we will continue to use that throughout the construction project, the auditorium and the science labs. This is open during and after the construction project. So our middle and high school students will play on this area during their breaks and lunch times. So why did we move into the Orwell building? Many people have asked us, why did we not have modular units? Well, we thought about modular units and putting them onto the sports court, but that would have lost us crucial space and it wouldn't have been an investment. It would have been a money which was going into something which was only temporary. So moving into the Orwell and renovating it for classroom space meant that we could keep the sports court. It was faster for us to break ground and finish. There was a decrease in students exposed to construction noise. And at the end of the project, we'd have a space to expand our school functions and our program into. So in the 9 weeks of summer in 2023, we renovated classrooms and we were able to move in this fall. And in the winter, the spring, as it's coming up in the next few months, we'll put in new flooring and there'll be some work on the stairs. So our business office functions have moved to Via Augusta. So right here, as you walk down the hill from the big round there, you'll see the first crossing across Via Augusta, and that's where the BFIS offices are located. And you'll see the big BFIS logo in the window. So if you need anything from a business office standpoint, that's the place to go. So the secondary school and the Orwell building are now the grades 6 through 12 learning spaces. The elementary school is unaffected by that, and it has its court here in front. Now this court is used by middle school students and high school students on a lunchtime, on the second half of lunchtime, so when there isn't a clash between the elementary use. The elementary school, their use of it is not affected by the use of it by middle and high school students because they're not there at the same time. So an overview is this side of the campus is where we have our blue functions, which were always there, which remain the same. We add our Orwell building area, and on the other side of the street, again, we keep functions we had before. Anything blue we had before. Anything here, which is the construction project in red, will be new and will be not out of use for the next foreseeable future. And then here is our Orwell building. This is our new space. So where do children relax and play? Well, we mentioned the court, but we also have the secondary school rooftop. The secondary school rooftop of the new building was previously unused. So until this year, really only classes had gone up to do projects, but it had never been used as a play space. So now it's a play space. We have new benches in there and we have new plants. It's a nice area to be, but it is 3 stories up. So the kids have to walk up. So it replaces the much loved grass area that was behind the high school, where our middle and high school students used to play. And we hope that in time this will become just as loved. And you can see it has a shade structure in the summer. It's also used for gardening functions, and we have a team of students and members of staff who are greening up that area. And the elementary school rooftop patio is unaffected. So when you look at the campus and you look at play space, then many of you have never seen these areas, have never been up to them. So the elementary school has always had a rooftop patio, and that is unaffected by the interim campus configuration. The reception area of the Orwell building is now a high school lounge. So as you walk through the reception doors, you'll see a different configuration to the one that you perhaps remember from before the summer. If you look straight through, you'll see straight through to the hills, but you'll see Rhonda Leishman. She's the University and Careers Counsellor. She sits right there, right next door to students, and students can lounge and they can work in this area. It's still being renovated as we look at the user needs of our students, and there will be new flooring in the next couple of months. The secondary school sports court rotations are complemented by the elementary school blue court, as I mentioned. That's available to middle school at lunchtime on even days, and then there's a rotation also for high school. So you see this area is not always dominated by soccer or volleyball or basketball, and there's a balance between them. Our cafeteria has had some outdoor seating added. And you'll see that initially we used umbrellas, but we're looking at a more long-term solution, and we're looking to add over the next summer some sails on actually as we come into the summer for our students. We should have sails in that area which are shade structures and more permanent. And the same goes for over the blue court of elementary. So we have sail structures planned to be added as we move into the summer months. You'll see new plantings, new pots, and new benches popping up around the campus in the last few months. And many folks have asked about our makerspace, which was in the building which has just been demolished. The makerspace has moved into the lower ground floor of what was the middle school building, is now the secondary school building. And on completion of the building, the makerspace will move into the new building. There'll be a suite of makerspace and robotics, and this in turn will become a physics lab. The Orwell building is where Spanish and Catalan classes go on. And you can see there some of the renovated rooms. They have lovely views, and no view better than the one from the art window where you can see the sunrise and Sagrada Familia in the background there while you are doing your work. Now, secondary teachers no longer have their classrooms during their preparation periods because they're constantly in use for other classes. And this has been accommodated by providing two hubs for working and collaborating, one in the middle school and one in the OL building. So there's some outdoor seating options, some indoor seating options, some areas for collaboration, some areas for quiet working, and then an area for tea and coffee. And the teachers also have access to the coffee machine in this area right here, and the sink and the microwave, which is a sort of kitchenette area at the bottom of the OL building. And it's predominantly used by our seniors at the moment. And thanks to some very gracious parents who stocked it with some lovely extra things. It's a really nice space for our seniors to go and get themselves a hot chocolate or a coffee before they go up and work. So the history of the school has involved limited play space and modular units at almost all points in its growth. So between 2018 and 2021, all secondary students in grades 6 through 12 were located in the old high school building, sharing one library. An elementary school had no sports court at that time. With the advantage of the new secondary building that opened in 2021, keeping the other sports courts that we already have, so maintaining two sports courts, and the advantage of having the Orwell building, we believe that the interim solution puts us on a par or above with most of the Barcelona schools located in an urban area, especially during this interim construction period. I'm glad to share it with you, and if you have any questions, please go ahead and email me. We encourage you to check out our other videos about the new building and to get excited about what's coming.